So I gotta ask, what do you think was the difference between your first exposure at the Ukrainian church versus the next one with your wife at this church that where you had that emotional experience?
Uh, there were still some areas in my own heart that God had not softened. And there were areas where, when you're on the journey to truth, and I've had this conversation with other young men that I've kind of brought into the church, that you kind of have to begin to despair of your own viewpoint. You kind of have to despair of what you think is right, and until you get to that point where you're grasping for God, you're desperate for God, you're tired, you're absolutely tired of spinning your wheels in an entire ethos that makes no sense and is contradictory. You're tired of living in a world where you are actually the arbiter of what is revealed truth and theologically true. When you despair of that and you're finally grasping for God, then you will find him. You'll find God when you truly want him, because he's been calling you this whole time.
Mm.
So there was that point in my life where, when you dig down deep enough and you look at history and you look at the evolution of the evangelical world, and you look at where it's going, you'll get to that point. God willing, you'll get to that point where you'll finally start grasping for God, that you will want God as much as you want to take your next breath.
Mm. Yeah, come all to me who are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like Jonah, it's like we got to be in the belly of the beast at the lowest point of the low, where we cry out to God, and it's like from the belly of the beast, I cried out to God, and God heard my voice, right?
yeah. We have to descend into our own hell.